And here we are. Welcome back to the channel for another video on GT7, and we're going to show you how to earn good credits in single player campaign. So if you go across the wheel circuits from your main menu, we're going to go in Europe and we're going to look at Goodwood in the UK. Not a circuit that's used that much on GT7, but I actually quite like this circuit. We're going to go down to your circuit experience when the Aston Martin GR4. And to break this down, we're going to have a look at the sectors. You've got Sector 1, Sector 2 and Sector 3. And then you've got a one lap attack at the end of it. You've got time targets to reach on each of these sectors. So you can see Sector 1, you've got a time target of 19.4 seconds. And on the right hand side there, you can see where your friends have set a lap time too. So always good to race against your mates, get those bragging rights. So we're going to show you the first sector, and first time we went out in this car, we're going to get a feel for this car, see how it handles. So we come to the first corner, look, you can see we're not braking enough, we're on racing hard tyres, and we go straight off the circuit. So we know we need to brake a little bit earlier. We're also going to change the brake balance to +5 for this first corner, see how that handles, see if it's any better. So we're going to slow it down for you, and as we come to this first corner, you can see the 50 board on the left hand side. We're going to use that as a braking reference. And as we get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes. You see we're running around about 50%. We need to hug its apex. You can stay in 4th gear. And you can power out the corner quite early as long as you get that turning right. So one corner, quite simple, straightforward, and we come across for an 18.857, which is plenty good enough for gold. But also puts us first in our friends ranking, which is always nice. So come across to exit. We're going to have a look at Sector 2 now. This one, the middle sector, you got a time target of 33.5 seconds. So we changed our brake balance to +3 for this one. We had a couple of runs, made a couple of mistakes. So +3 felt a little bit better in this middle sector. You come to the first braking point, look on the left hand side for that marshal's post. Now as we get level with that, we're going to come down to 4th gear. You can see as we hit the brakes, turned in a little bit late there, but you're going to be closer. You're going to be all over that curve on the right hand side. And for the next braking point, that arrow just to the right hand side. As we get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes, come down to 3rd gear. Again, when we're climbing over this curve on the left hand side, so right into 4th gear. The next tricky corner, there's no real braking reference, but you can see the time marks on the track. As soon as you hit these time marks, when we're braking, we'll make sure that we brake in a straight line. Very easy to brake too late there, and the back end will come round on you. We're staying in 3rd gear, feed that throttle in nicely. The second part of the corner is flat out, and that's the middle sector. So we come across for that one for a 32.899, which again is good enough for gold, and again puts us P1. Go across exit, and we're looking at Sector 3, the last sector, with arguably one of the most frustrating, annoying corners in the game, the last chicane. I mean, we've got Death Chicane at Dragontail, and this is definitely the Death Chicane at Goodwood. We'll get to that in a minute. So as we come to this first braking zone, we're looking where the grass and tarmac meet on the left hand side. We're going to use that as a braking reference. We're going to try and brake as much as we can in a straight line. This does curve to the right hand side, so coming down the gears slowly will help you and help stabilise the car. Let's come to this Death Chicane, part 2. Look at the marshal's post on the left. As you pass those marshals, we're going to come down to 2nd gear, get as close to that right hand side as you can, and flick it left to get as close as you can to the left hand side. Could have got a bit closer there. We're going to accelerate into 3rd gear. Got 2 wheels on the grass there, we'll keep it planted. You're going to come across the line for 23.125. So that one is very, very tricky to get right, and it might take you a few times, but it's quite satisfying when you do get it right. The old approach, slow in, fast out, definitely works for that one. So on the one lap attack, we're going to have a look. Time target we need for this one is 116.5. So we're going to show you a full run through of the lap itself without slowing it down. We've already looked at all the braking points. As we come to the 50 board, we hit the brakes. You can see we don't get the turning right on that one, and it puts us wide. If you don't get that right, or don't get that turning right, the car will understeer quite severely, so we don't get the best exit on that corner. So to come across to the middle sector now, Remembering those brake references that we had in the sectors, marshals post on the left hand side, that's the line you'll take and hitting the curb. Yeah, push the gear, could have been a little bit tighter on the apex end, which puts us a little bit wider, so 2 wheels on the grass. Which has slightly dirty tyres come to this corner, you can see the back end coming out a little bit. That was quite nice actually with the rotation. Probably losing a little bit of time there, momentum onto this back straight. We're going to change brake balance now to +2. Don't want too much rotation coming to this section now because you are braking as you're turning, so very difficult to get right. So we're going to leave it as +2. Remember in the braking zone, that's the reference there that we used. Back end skips out a little bit, we do that quite nicely. It comes to this nightmare of a corner. Slow in, fast out, that's a lot better that time. And that's a lap for you. So as you come across, it's going to be a 1:14.340. And that is the lap. Simple as that. It will take some time. That last section is quite difficult to get right, especially that last chicane. But it's good enough for your gold and your credits. So we come across to exit. And exit again. And this will show you credits. So just for doing the event itself, you get 48,000 credits. When you earn all bronze, that gives you 60,000 credits. And for earning all gold, it gives you 300,000 credits. So all in all, just over 400,000 credits for a few minutes work. So it's not too bad at all. I mean, if this does help you guys, like and subscribe to the channel, where we do a lot more of these circuit experiences. Some of these all vary in credits. Some of these you can get 150,000 credits in 19 seconds, and that's probably the easiest one that you can do. We've already done a track guide on that one, even though you probably don't need a track guide, but we've done one anyway. It's pretty simple. And these range from up to 1 million credits on some of the tougher courses, like Tokyo Expressway. I've got another one of those coming up. I think Fuji Experience as well, which you've looked at. So it's well worth a look. Like I said, fairly simple and now good fun. Like you've got your friends' time to compete against as well. But this is a one-off payment as well, so once you've got the credits, you can't keep going and repeating it, even though that would be nice, but yeah, I think that'd be too easy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these circuit experiences, and if you want me to have a look at anything else, I'll be more than happy to. But for now, we'll leave you with the rest of the replay, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.